Hello there, CJ Math students. I'm going to help you out with homework 8.5. It's a Unit 7 and Unit 8 review. So there's some old stuff about area and then some of the stuff that we've been covering about Pythagorean theorem and angles. So the first thing you want to do is read the instructions to every problem. So it says first label the shape and write the correct formula. You can find that in your geometry toolbox. And then find the area of the shape. So first I'll label this shape as a trapezoid, because that's what number 1 is. I'll write the formula for trapezoid as A is equal to 1/2 times the height times base 1 plus base 2. All right, you are allowed to use calculators, but I do need to see all the work. So let's plug in for the height and all the bases. So 1/2, the height is this 3.6 here. Close that parentheses, then open up a new one. Base 1 is 5.7 plus base 2 is 2.1. When you use a calculator, you'll find that a half of 3.6 gives you 1.8. And when you add 5.7 and 2.1 together, you'll get 7.8. So then you're just left with area is equal to 1.8 times 7.8. So your answer is area is equal to 14.04 feet squared. C. Number 2 is a trapezoid, so just follow the exact steps that we followed on number 1. Number 3, we have a parallelogram. The formula for a parallelogram is simply area is equal to base times height. So we'll plug in for those numbers. Our area, in this case, our base is 12, and our height is 5. So essentially we're just doing 12 times 5, which is 60 centimeters squared. Number 4 is also a parallelogram, so just follow the same steps. And number 5, we have a triangle. The area formula for triangle is area is equal to base times height divided by 2. And in this case, our area is equal to our base of 10 times 3.6 divided by 2. I'll do the multiplication first. 10 times 3.6 will give you 36 over 2. And now I'll finally divide that. So 36 divided by 2 gives you your answer of 18 miles squared. And number 6 is also a triangle, so please use the same steps that we just followed. On numbers 7 through 12, it says use the Pythagorean theorem to find the length of the missing side. Remember, you have to understand which equation to use. So when we are missing the hypotenuse, as we are in this case, we're missing the hypotenuse, you want to use a squared plus b squared equals c squared. So all that is 13 squared plus 13 squared equals c squared. Or 169 plus 169 equals c squared. And in this case, we have 338 equals c squared. So to get c, we will take the square root of both, and we'll get c is equal to about 18.38. So that rounds to 18.4, hence the answer C. In number 9, however, we do have the hypotenuse. So because we have the hypotenuse, we use the formula of c squared minus a squared equals b squared. Our hypotenuse measure is 9, so we'll just say 9 squared minus 7 squared is equal to b squared. 81 minus 49 is equal to b squared. 32 is equal to b squared. Take the square root. B is equal to 5.65. Or in this case, 5.7. So notice in number 8, you do not have a hypotenuse. So you should probably start off with a squared plus b squared equals c squared. And in number 10, you do have a hypotenuse. So therefore, you should start off with c squared minus a squared equals b squared. All right. On the back side, number 11. Again, we notice that we don't have a hypotenuse, so therefore we'll use a squared plus b squared equals c squared. 14 squared plus 8 squared is equal to c squared. 14 squared is 196 plus 64 is equal to c squared. You add that together, you get 260. So again, final step, take the square root. So c in this case is equal to about 16.12, or rounded to 16.1. Notice in number 12, it is the opposite of number 11. We do have the hypotenuse, so you want to do c squared minus a squared equals b squared. All right. Number 13 through 16, it says find the measure of angle B. So basically we just want to state the relationship and then use that knowledge to find the missing angle. So here we have a complementary relationship. Therefore, B plus 31 added together should equal 90 degrees. I understood that because of this right angle here. Right? So we subtract 31 from both sides, and we subtract 90 minus 31 because of the complementary relationship, and we get B is equal to 59 degrees. In number 15, we have a supplementary relationship. And I'm not going to subtract because of the triangle being 180 degrees. I'm going to subtract because of the straight angle right here being 180 degrees. So we'll say B plus 84 is equal to not 90, but 180. Why 180? Because of the supplementary relationship. So we subtract 84 from both sides. When we do that, we get B is equal to 96 degrees. D is your answer. And finally, in problem number 17, a very similar problem to the problems we just did, but it says find the value of x this time. So again, we have a supplementary relationship. That means that this angle plus this angle will have to add up to equal 180 degrees. So 4x plus 1 plus 23 will have to equal 180. So we combine like terms, and 1 plus 23, we get 4x plus 24 equals 180. And then we just have a simple two-step equation where we subtract 24 from both sides first. We're left with 4x is equal to 156, and then we finish by dividing by 4. X, in this case, will be equal to 39. So that's not 39 degrees, but if you want to actually find the measurement of that obtuse angle, you plug 39 into 4x plus 1 to get that measure. All right, that's it. Call me if you have questions.